If you could predict your future just by writing it down, how much would that be worth to you? What big goals would you pursue? What risks would you take? How would it feel to trust yourself completely? To trust in the universe? To set any goal and know with 100% certainty that you'd achieve it? Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of consistency, accountability, doing what you say you're going to do, showing up for yourself day after day after day. So why is it so easy to quit, to give up when it gets hard? In this episode, we'll talk through the real reasons you haven't been able to be consistent and how to break this cycle, how to show up and start taking action as the person you know you already are. Welcome to Rea Earth. This is a gateway to your new reality, where you'll find that everything you need exists within you. Let's begin. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you're draining your confidence. There's no way you'll ever create your dream reality if you don't believe you can. You have to build the belief in your body and mind that you can follow through with the goals you set. If you keep quitting on yourself, you'll never build the belief required to get to where you want to go. Every time you quit, it's just more proof to your subconscious mind that you can't do it. And you'll get to a place where you feel so deeply that you're out of integrity with the person that you want to be. You're not doing the things you say you're going to do. You give up before you've even gotten to the starting line. Think about it this way. If you had a friend who was constantly promising you things they could never deliver on, how would you feel about them? This is the kind of relationship you're building with yourself. Do you really want it? Or do you just want it without doing the work? Do you love the process? Or are you only after the results? And if you haven't taken action yet, when will it be important enough to start? Tomorrow? Next year? On your deathbed? Remember, you are the universe. There's no outside force waiting to give you what you want. It's up to you to make it happen, which means that your future depends on only one thing: how often you show up day after day and keep the promises that you make to yourself. So tell me, do you really want it? Because the feeling you're after is the pride and confidence, not the outcome of any particular goal. And the only way to feel that pride and confidence is to stay in integrity with yourself. To do what you say you're going to do. To follow through. Self-accountability is the only reliable way for you to build confidence. Are you looking for all the reasons why something won't work? Why you won't make it happen? Or are you finding reasons why you'll succeed? It comes down to what you're paying attention to. Your ability to direct your focus, to reframe any situation, is one of the most important skills you can build in your body and mind. You are not a victim of any circumstance, whether it be internal or external. Whatever cards you're dealt in life are your cards, and you can create something unique from what you've been given. Your only other option is to be thrown around by the whims of what happens to you, to be reactive instead of proactive. So what do you want the most? Remember, you'll never change if you never change. You want to control every outcome, guarantee your success, be the expert all the time. And not knowing probably feels like the most uncomfortable thing you can ever imagine. But by definition, growth can't occur in an environment where you already know everything. Learning is accepting that you might sometimes be a beginner, that you might fail, flounder, or fall. You have to practice being bad first so you can be good, great, and then eventually excellent. So how do you start building this confidence in yourself? You have to do something enough times to where it becomes second nature to your body and mind. You have to take action consistently as this human you want to build. Are you nervous that you won't be able to drink a glass of water or brush your hair or put your shoes on in the morning? No, because you've done those things a million times. You just have to do something over and over again until it's ingrained in your body and mind. But what about things you've never done before? That's easy. You just have to start before you're ready. Because if you wait for that perfect moment, you'll never start. Waiting for that situation to change or your confidence to magically appear will just reinforce the sense of helplessness you've already built in your body and mind. I wish the universe would give me a sign. I'll start when I have the right job, relationship, or skills. I just need to research a few more things. Does that sound familiar? Remember, you are a magical, infinite, universal being. There's no one to wait for, no one to anoint you with the power to take your first step into the unknown. You have to recognize that the uncomfortable start is an indicator that you're about to do something important, that you're building a skill in your body and mind, allowing your feelings to follow your actions instead of the other way around. You have to decide who you are. You've been building your personality over your entire lifetime based on what you get reinforced for consistently. Anything that gives you a feeling of comfort or safety is generally something you're going to do over and over again. And you can't do the same thing and expect a different result. If you're existing within your comfortable blocks, that's absolutely fine, but remember, nothing will change about your external world. You can change your internal perception or change your external reality. Those are your two choices. Accept reality as it is or work to change it. Everything else is suffering. Your only limits are the ones you believe in. You are the entire universe existing as a human being. So accepting your limitations is denying your infinite nature. Anything you think is a limit is probably your most powerful gift. There's no one else with your perspective on this earth. No one else that has lived your life or experienced what you have. Use it to your advantage. Accountability is not just about doing things you don't want to do. It's about putting your long-term needs ahead of your short-term needs and building that self-trust day after day, action after action, one foot in front of the other, no matter the obstacles in front of you. Because it's your standards that create your reality. Are you creating an environment that will help you get to where you want to go? Because again, if you keep doing the same thing you're doing now, you'll be in the same place you are now for the next 5, 10, 50 years, which is absolutely fine if that's where you want to be. It's perfectly acceptable to want to stay comfortable in what you already know, but recognize it's a choice. And you don't need to show up perfectly. You just need to show up. Don't let perfection paralyze you. Move forward with what you know right now. Because thinking only creates more thinking, whereas action creates more action. This is what the entirety of Activate Your Gifts is about. You don't create reality with theory. You create reality with creation. Take action first to find your next step. There are no tricks or shortcuts to any of this work. You're conditioning your mind and body to react to a set of circumstances in a new way. And the longer you wait to start, the more discomfort you'll feel. Being out of alignment with the things you know you're not doing is exactly the feeling you're trying to avoid by not doing the thing in the first place. Remember, it's never too late. What you think of as you is just a collection of memories. That you is being reborn every millisecond with a new thought. So you have an opportunity to create a new future for yourself every time you take a breath. You don't have to wait till Monday, next month, or next year. Your future exists in the now. Your only place of control is in the now. There's no past or future. There are just choices. What are you choosing? When I find myself slipping into the familiar discomfort of procrastination, I remember these 3 things. Number 1, be precise. Be clear with your word. Set deadlines. Break down bigger projects into smaller, daily actions. For example, be an artist is too big of an action. What's your first step? Number 2, do it now. When in doubt, do what you're avoiding immediately. Ask yourself and be honest. What is preventing me from taking action on this thing right now? You have to separate your feelings from your actions and start before you're ready. And number 3, and most importantly, don't quit. As long as you tell yourself you haven't quit, you haven't quit. You can set something down for a little bit and come back to it, but just don't give up. Keep going. Before we close out today, I want you to remember one very important thing. Your life is your purpose. There's no achievement, outcome, or amount of money that will make you feel the way you want to feel. You're building a human from scratch, shaping your identity with every action you take. The process is the goal. The creation is the goal. There's no end you're aiming for. It's all the process of becoming the human you know you already are. And always remember, everything you need exists within you.